Hello, I'm attorney Lewis Haskell, and because it is so much easier to help keep people from getting scammed than it is to help them after they've been scammed, every so often I make videos like this one. And I was inspired to make this one because every so often I like to go and check my junk mail. Tax filing is under preliminary review. By the way, if this were really the IRS, they would have said my 2024 tax filing because that's what I filed. 2025 is just the year I filed it in. But you look at this and it says irs.gov. So that at least should make it look legitimate, right? But then, of course, you come over here, it's not the IRS at all. By the way, anytime you see .edu, that's almost always a hijacked account. For whatever reason, hackers particularly love to hijack the accounts of students. I guess it's just something about school accounts that makes them easier to break into. But this is 100% a scam. By the way, sometimes it's hard to see the email address. And the solution there is just to put your cursor over what it says. And so there it is again. Well, I was looking at this one. There is another one that kind of jumps out. And this is Bank of America. And I could be getting something from Bank of America. And Bank of America is Bank of America. I could be tempted to click on this. And this one is, but if you look at this one a little bit more carefully, because I wouldn't expect any transfer message notifications from them. So if you look at it a little bit more carefully, you can see that it says Bank of America. And actually, what I noticed first is that .com is capitalized. That doesn't really mean anything other than that the person who did this is an amateur. But I believe that's a zero and not an O. So just look at that, another .edu. So just two things to keep in mind. This one absolutely belongs in my junk mail, but at least it's legitimate. Jubilee is a real company. They sell stuff to people like me, just not to me. Here's one. You can't see the email address, but it's taxtalktoday.com. I'm sure I've been to their website before. So in any event, I just saw this thing from the IRS. I had my brief moment of heart attack, like anybody would who gets something from irs.gov. I saw it was a fraud and without clicking on it and wanted to share that. Thanks.